Here's some common misconceptions about no contact that need to be cleared up. Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I hope people get their exes back. And if you've heard about no contact, you've probably had some of the following thoughts. The first one is that in no contact, you don't talk to your ex, period. In other words, if they reach out to you, that you just don't respond. That is a total mess. Do not do that. You want your ex back, so you're going to communicate disinterest to them if you don't respond to them at all. That is a huge mess. Yes, you'll have time apart from them, and yes, they might miss you to some extent, but they've also given up in their minds. They might go find somebody else potentially over time. So you need to respond if they message you. You never want to ignore your ex in no contact. The next misconception is that because your ex dumped you, that they need to come back to you. This is not true. A lot of dating coaches teach this, or a lot of ex-back coaches, and I used to teach this too. It's because if you've been dumped by the other person, theoretically, you're at a disadvantage from a power dynamic perspective, and you want to be at the top of the power dynamic to re-attract them. However, this really isn't the case, especially with dismissible avoidance that dump you, because dismissible avoidance dump you out of feeling like they're not enough. Out of coping, and this is the misconception a lot of regular dating coaches don't understand. Whereas if somebody has low self-esteem, they're not dumping you because they think they're high and mighty, so it really doesn't matter whatever the power dynamic is. Another thing is, given enough time, if you re-enter to your ex that dumped you, okay, in other words, you hit them up, as long as you don't overextend yourself and get over enthusiastic and ask them to get back together right away and all this kind of stuff, you're trying harder than them. As long as you don't do that, you will be able to be on equal ground as them, even if you're the one reaching out first. So if for whatever reason they never reached out to you, you could go back to them, and as long as you play your cards right and you don't overextend yourself, you're gonna be okay from the power dynamic perspective. Now, if you want to know all the rules of no contact, how to do it the best way possible in order to get your ex back as fast as possible, click into my profile, click this link, schedule a call with me, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get them back.